What you doing? I'm the AC, and this is another Otaku News Opinions. And I'm going to be talking about the best 2021 spring anime. Mainly though, I'll only watch Crunchyroll. I'll watch other stuff that comes on other platforms, but mainly Crunchyroll. So this is mainly the best 2021 spring anime on Crunchyroll. If there's others not on Crunchyroll that you think are the best, go ahead and let me know. I'll look through them. I'll still agree with the ones I'm thinking of. But anyways, here we go. Just so you know, some of these are going to have some major spoilers in them, but I'll try to remember to let you know when that is. But my favorite of this season, one of my favorites of all time now, is Odd Taxi. Oh, it's so cool. And it was it was kind of just a surprise. I mean, the name seemed odd anyways, and I guess pun intended, whatever. But it's this anime where it's just like animals, like people, and just doing their thing. It's just about a taxi driver named Otaku, just kind of doing his own thing. But what I really liked about it at first was it really reminded me of Nagatoro. There's all these characters just going about their lives, and then they all kind of intermingle, and unexpectedly they're all part of this story, and then it all ends up focusing around this character Otaku and his taxi, and it goes and it's like criminal activity and Otaku getting all wrapped up in this stuff. But then, as much as I love this series, the last episode is what really solidified this as being one of my favorites. It opens up, and immediately, I just figure out, this is the big spoilers, they're not actually animal people. I thought it was just going to be a fun art style, something odd to, just kind of get the, some kind of characterization that's unique, and just to be fun. No, it's actually because Otaku has some kind of brain injury from when his mom drove him and his dad into an ocean. He almost died. And he's just been seeing everyone as people. Or I've seen all the people as animals. And I was like, what? It was so cool. And this is why, compared to other people, he has such a good memory of people, because he already sees people as these unique animals anyways. And I'll try to go back and think about, do other people reference each other as animals, or is it only Otaku? There's so much that made me want to go back and rewatch to see, is this solid? Are there any plot holes where other people are talking about each other like they're animals? And if I remember correctly, it's whenever he references the doctor as being a gorilla, and that's when he goes around and starts trying to look into what could be wrong for Otaku. That was so cool. It was, oh man, it had such a great ending. But the very ending of the show, he finally gets to see everybody as people again. He keeps his kind of flat demeanor, and he's like, okay, yeah. But then you realize this is the first time he's seeing a lot of these people as people, and now that he sees everyone as animals no more, that's what he remembers them as. He's not going to remember a lot of these people. So when they show the little, what used to be a black cat girl, just as a regular girl getting into this taxi right after revealing that she was the one that was murdering the other one, I was just like, no! I verbally just yelled out. Just like, oh no! And then that's where it ends. It's just nothing. It ends right there. And I was like, oh no. Because he knows that cat was the one that probably killed the other one, but now he doesn't see her as a cat anymore, so he's not going to recognize her. And I was like, oh no! But it was a good one. Oh man, it's such a good series. And now I want there to be a second season, but how are they going to do that now? Everyone's going to be people, and part of the draw, I guess, was the fact that everyone was animals. But now there's this whole other story of what's going to happen now that I want a second season so bad now. Anyways, I need to move on because there's others on the list. Another, probably my biggest surprise, is Tokyo Revengers. This one has surprised me because I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. I've already seen stories like this. There was Erased, there's Final Hope series I read, and I like those too, but then it's another one about some kid getting killed and going back younger into his life and trying to find out who did it and why, and then along the way trying to save a girl. it happened just like that in these other stories. I was like, ah. But then it turned out to be a cool, unique story, even with those similarities, and it's still going. The others were kind of short. This one's just getting started. Just with this first season, so much is happening, and just when you think more spoilers, so well, hold on. When you think when Takemichi finally saves Hinata, everything's fine. In this latest episode, from when this is coming out, episode 12, Revenge, it's like everything's fine. He's finally doing it, and then, oh man, another time I just verbally was like, "What the fuck?" And you see his friend again, just come and plow Hinata's car with his car, killing himself and her again. Both of them exploding, Takemichi not being able to do anything about it. I said, dang, and that's just starting. So he's going to have to go back again, figure out why this is still happening, what's going on with the games, and it's just also realizing he has no memories of this new life he has. He thought Hinata broke up with him, but now in this new reality, he broke up with her. Now it doesn't even matter because he's going to have to go back in. It's so cool the way they're doing it. It's kind of weird that he has to touch her brother's hand to go back. It makes me a little suspicious of that, but I hope there's nothing like nefarious going on with that. I was suspicious this whole time, especially in this episode. I was like, what is going on? And then it reveals it's just going to keep going. So, also it started like right after Erased, like the manga series, so it's not even that long afterward. I don't know, they're all coming out around the same time. This one is just the one that finally got an anime series now. So okay, I'm really looking forward to see where this next season is going, because it is continuing to the summer season. Moving on to my favorite new season, because it's also still one of my favorite series, is this season of My Hero Academia. Now, story-wise, nothing has really happened yet. That's going to happen this next court. But right now, it is entertaining seeing these two classes kind of just doing their mock battles, seeing how much stronger they've gotten. Now we see that Deku has a new power for One for All, and it might have some tie to All for One. This new stuff that even All Might didn't know about. So let's see what all these cool powers is going to show. How, I don't know, more steps to him progressing to being the greatest hero and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to see what this is. Like I said, story-wise, nothing too much is happening yet. Just little baby steps as it gets the ball rolling. It was mainly just cool to watch all of these class fights. Another favorite of mine, one I was always eager to make sure I watched right away, even though it's nothing special, just another rom-com, is Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. I don't know, it was just cute. It was fun to watch. It's just the two of them, or it's really just Nagatoro teasing the boy. But yeah, it was amusing, and it was cute because, you know, you get to see as the season goes on, like them kind of, you know, getting more involved with each other, starting to show more feelings and jealousy and all these other type of feelings. I don't know, it was just cute. I don't like I said, nothing too special about it, but just a really, really amusing one. Now another one that's kind of up there that I, for some reason, kept up with, and also nothing too special about it, but I do like kind of the wholesomeness of it, is Hige Hero, after being rejected out of Shade and took out High School Runaway. Title too long, of course. But it's kind of just heartfelt, and I'm glad it stayed that way. I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's this adult male takes in this little high school girl who's ran away from home and has been using sex as a way to stay at places, and he finally finds her. She tries to do the same thing with him, and he kind of just rejects her. Even as he's drunk, and even as she's just trying to make moves, he's like, he just wants some soup. He's like, oh, he just wants some miso, and that's it. And she makes some miso, and then he rejects her. It never really gets creepy. He keeps it wholesome, and I like it. He's like, he's into older women. She keeps trying, because I guess younger girls want older guys or stuff, whatever. But he keeps turning her down, and I like it throughout the whole series. I guess, spoiler for the end, of course, it kind of, at the very end, insinuates, like a couple years after, she's older now, and whatever, there might be some future for him. I don't like it. I wanted him to get with literally any of the other chicks. But another thing I like is a lot of the characters they're just good characters. Even when you think like his boss is just kind of sleazy or using him, kind of being a bitch, she's not. She's still not. She's still a nice character. The only bad character we really get is her mom. And yeah, she's a bitch. Everyone seemed to agree. So yeah, everyone else nice. There was that one kind of sleazy guy, but even then he was still kind of not too terrible. But yeah, it's just a wholesome anime. Weirdly, it's like almost a pervy anime disguised as a wholesome anime, but it still is wholesome. And I liked it. I like that it stuck with it. On the other hand, Koikimo, kind of the same thing. I was kind of skeptical. I thought I would like this one more because I really love the opening. This is my best opening for this spring season. I just really liked it. I don't know exactly why. The music and like the animation, choreography go together. Really cool. The anime itself, really creepy. It's just about another adult male having a crush on a high schooler. But what makes it, he's like hardcore just grooming her. And that is so wrong. It's so bad. Even though it's his friend's sister, it's just gross. It's weird. It's terrible. It's not even like they have a real backstory. If they do, they haven't showed it yet. He just randomly meets her. I mean, I guess she saves him, but that's not enough. Come on. But if they would at least had they were childhood friends. He knew her when when they were all children, and then they kind of grew up together. That would be understandable. He's an adult doing adult things. She's a high schooler, and they kind of realize this in the anime. It's like, oh yeah, there is this age difference that makes this weird. But no, he hardcore grooms her, and it is. I just made it hard to watch after a while. I did like the opening though. That's the disappointing part. It's my favorite opening. It's so cool. I like it. The rest of it though. Now, there are still a few more. Still not on the top of my list, but ones I did enjoy just for other various reasons. Like, my pick for, the best first episode is To Your Eternity. Oh, I did not expect that. Oh, man, that one got me so much. I thought it was going to be like this kind of just, kind of another wholesome anime about this boy traveling with a dog, doing whatever. No, it wasn't. It was about, it started off that in the episode, but then the boy dies. Spoiler if you haven't seen the first episode, but that's literally the first episode. And then this orb thing eventually is able to turn into him and then that's where the journey goes. I was like, oh, it was so sad, and they did it so well. But then after that initial impact with the first episode, the rest of it is good, and they still do have that kind of stuff, but after that first episode, it's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared for this now. So the rest of it didn't hit as hard, and that's why it's not the top. Still good though. Still worth the watch. Other ones I enjoyed was Let's Make a Mug 2. It's a cute one about pottery. It makes me want to do pottery, but what I really liked is how there's also the little part with after each episode, I guess, even though it feels like it was going to be one episode, and they divided it up into the actual anime, and then the one with the voice actors going to the town, because it's based off a real town, which is really cool, and them just kind of doing this other stuff, pottery and stuff around town. That was enjoyable. I like that. I just wanted to throw that out there too. And then the two other ones that I was, pretty cool, just interested in the topic of the anime anyways, is Burning Comedy, because I never heard of comedy before. It looks like a cool sport. I brought it up to many other people just because I thought, so I've talked about this one plenty. And then Snow White Notes, just because Shamisen, as a musician and someone who just likes music from all over, it's just cool that another anime, there's plenty of anime based around Japanese instruments and stuff. So, but another one about shamisen, and it's a good anime too. But it can't top the other ones like Otaku and Tokyo Revengers. Now, like I said, I watch a whole bunch of anime, especially on Crunchyroll, a few others on other platforms, but mainly Crunchyroll. But like I said, this is my favorite from the spring 2021 on Crunchyroll. The ones I would say are best overall, but you're allowed to disagree with me. And if you do disagree with me, go ahead and tell me in the comments if you agree with me. Tell me in the comments. Hey, let's just talk about anime, because anime is awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this summer has for us. I've been looking through them. A lot of sequel seasons, which is good. Nothing's jumped out at me quite yet, but I'm sure, like some of these, some are going to surprise me. I'm looking forward to that. But like I said, let me know, because this is the end of Otaku News Opinions. Look forward to seeing what everyone else thinks and why they disagree with me. But, either way, thank you so much. I'm DAC. Until next time, bye.